Hello and welcome inside Turner Gymnasium. Tonight we've got ourselves a non-conference tilt between the Cougars of Averett University and the home team, University of Lynchburg. Hello friends and fans, welcome courtside here for tonight. I'm Joe Hutzler, our narrator on this journey. It's a journey that recently has been in favor of the visitors. The Cougars have won the last 3 contests between these two schools. They've won 2 of the 3 contests in this building. In fact, Lynchburg only has a winning record against Averett in neutral site games, 3-1. But tonight certainly could be a difference for this Lynchburg team as they look to rattle off another win after a successful start to the year. Just 1 loss so far with a very young, inexperienced team, but super talented. Averett, of course, well, they just want to make sure their trip up north from Danville is for a victorious reason when we're all said and done. Let's talk about our 2 coaches today who are coming in with a lot of experience and a little bit of experience. Of course, we're talking about Danny Miller, 26th season with the Cougars, over 600 wins, 4 NCAA tournament appearances as well for Mr. Miller, and a 7-time conference coach, conference title-winning coach, 9-time conference coach of the year. Hannah Givens, interim head coach for Lynchburg after coming into the team last year as a graduate assistant, still doing nonprofit leadership classes, by the way, and has a lot of experience playing late in the season as a 2019 Division II NCAA National Quarterfinal player for Wingate University. We will step aside and come back, tell you who's starting, tell you who you should be watching out for tonight, and take you into the first serve of this non-conference tilt. The Cougars and the Hornets next on LHSN.
I was looking for a school that could provide me with the athletics, academics to pursue my career, a wind symphony to pursue my passion for music, and really have a nice general atmosphere. The professors here are really unique, their background and their passion for teaching. It's really a place where you can explore. Lynchburg gives you the opportunity to fail, but also get back up in that period of time and learn from your mistakes. I can make these mistakes within the school environment, but also with the support of other friends, and be ready for the real world when you graduate.
Lynchburg really stood out for me just because of the way it treated its students. They really do make an effort here, and I've learned that over my 4 years is that they actually do try to listen to what the student body wants, and they try to act on that. They don't really just give you a piece of paper here to then go off and do your own thing. They actually prepare you to work with different populations, which is what the world is all about. It's just working with people that are different than you. They genuinely care that everyone has the ability to go off into the world and make a difference with whatever they like. For me, that's just being basically in a room with someone helping them achieve their first goal of, I don't know, doing a pull-up. I actually do believe they want you to do the best you can to change someone's life for the better. You can be anyone here, which I think is really cool. But regardless of who you are here, they will make sure you don't fall through the cracks, which is awesome. I have realized that I've never felt lost here. I will not regret ever coming here, that's for sure. So I'm very glad that I came here. Yeah, it's actually pretty awesome.
My name is Jen Hyde. I graduated in 2018 and I got my major in philosophy, political science, and I minored in human services. And career-wise, right now I work at a residential treatment center for juveniles with sexually reactive behaviors. I would say the biggest advantage is definitely that it is a small campus. You know, you get to have that one-on-one with your professors. They're willing to help you out. They're going to get to know you more than just a student that they're teaching. You know, they really invest into your lives. Definitely use every resource that you can kind of get at Lynchburg. There's tons of mentors within the professors, the faculty, the staff here, your peers that are here. You have so many options that you can take. There's so many classes, you know, even if it's not within your major, if there's a class you're interested in, take it. Kind of explore your options because Lynchburg does have such a wide variety of different things that you can do. You know, be involved, become a well-rounded individual because Lynchburg sets up the support to where you can do that here.
John Eccles joined the Lynchburg College community in 1986 as Director of Housing. As his famous beard grew, so too did his stature with the students he served on a daily basis. He seemed to be everywhere and rapidly became an integral part of campus life. He was asked to serve temporarily as Dean of Students in 1993 and soon earned the position on a permanent basis. In 2007, he became Vice President for Student Development, a position he held until his retirement in 2016. Simply put, John Eccles set the standard for student affairs professionals. He led the growth of Hornet Pride throughout the last 2 decades of his service through his direct and constant interaction with students, through his colorful sense of humor, through his visibility on campus, through the Red Chairs, the Red Chair blogs, and all the colorful emails to students. He created the annual Leadership Awards ceremony. In addition, John contributed his sense of humor, his calm demeanor, and his common sense approach to the leadership of the college at the highest levels of administration. He even donned a hard hat and work boots to supervise the construction of the Drysdale Student Center. His summer talks to new students, although wrapped in humor, were serious as he spoke his mantra, "Involvement is not an option, it is an expectation." He lived that ideal through his own involvement in student life, as the head cheerleader at Hornet Athletic Contests, and as a friendly and approachable face for generations of students. His legacy is a treasure for the students whose lives he impacted and a challenge for the entire university community to emulate.
A lot of people go to the universities to find something to be a part of while getting their education. And when you come here, Lynchburg is that something, it becomes a family. It's what the school's really good at doing.
At Lynchburg, we don't fear change. We embrace it. In our students, on our campus, in our community, and around the world. We're building on our legacy of always moving forward. It's the same place, with a new name. Welcome to the University of Lynchburg.
Our first player to watch tonight is number 5 for the Cougars, Mackenzie Miller. You see some of her incredible stats from the 2019 season. She comes in today with 46 times on attack. She's got 238 sets and 8 kills to this point through 7 contests. For Lynchburg, it's going to be Princess Salafu, the freshman from Nashville, Tennessee, getting the start tonight. Team high of 3 blocks in that win over EMU last weekend. A really crucial doubleheader for the Hornets. Back-to-back games, EMU and Roanoke, and both victories for Lynchburg. So they are feeling good about their early start to the season. The Cougars, of course, are as well because they are 5-2. And as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, they have very much recent success against Lynchburg, winning the last 3 matchups. The Cougars are coming off of 3 consecutive wins this season, 3 consecutive sweeps as well against Mary Baldwin, and then 2 versus the Pride of Greensboro College down in the James Grant Center, Stuart James Grant Center. This is Turner Gymnasium, Wayne Prophet Court. It's the Cougars and the Hornets, Lynchburg and Averett. A future ODAC tilt. Off the bat, good return from Sarah Connolly. But it'll be looks like the Cougars are going to get that point. It is not 22-1. So we will fix that. Down the line, Tynes makes contact, but unfortunately can't keep it in play. Miller a part of that sequence for the Cougars. Nice receive by the senior Sarah Connolly. And Leeper has hers returned from Aaron Gray. Block at the net. Breeden sets up Leeper. Excellent dig out of there by Montren. And then off the antenna, Lynchburg point. Flynn Christian back to serve for Lynchburg. Miller setting it up, and earning the kill is Laney Oots. This is Lavelle pushing it to the corner. Just paints the inside lines. And so the senior from Delaware helps keep this thing neck and neck as Lynchburg makes a change. Emma Drake steps in up front with Leeper and Lavelle. Breeden will go back to serve. Played well by Mangum. Now across, it's Tynes setting up Drake. Good block up top. Mangum involved in that as well. Across the net. Mangum here and just out. Not a great receive, but Cougars able to get it across. That's the main objective. Drake had it partially blocked, returned by Gray. Down the line, Christian gets a piece. Trying to pancake it was Tynes, just not able to get the spatula underneath. And so it's a side out for Averett. This is the type of action that we expect from two teams on paper that are pretty even as far as stats. Setting up Mangum again. Kept up by Leeper. Now it's Drake down the line. Gray digs it out from her waist area. And so we go again. This time it's in the middle. Lavelle tries for that corner again and just too strong. Shropshire with the serve. Here's Lavelle with a slight touch across. Shropshire to the backside and out. A torrid pace here in the first set. Each team knotted up at 5. Paige O'Donnell checks in for the Hornets. Freshman out of Norfolk, Virginia, coming back in. As Miller sets up Mangum from the other side, she dumps it across, and the Hornets not able to play it. And now it's Averett making a change on this serve. Micah Patterson, defensive specialist, back to send it across for Averett. As Mangum gets a breather. This is Drake. And that time, Gray not able to keep it afloat. Actually took an errant friendly fire shot to the face. Not on purpose, certainly. And able to get back up and get ready to play here on the receive end. Lavelle with an error on the serve. That's her 9th service error of this young season. Volleyball, one of the few fall sports that have a pretty large schedule. As I think that was out. Well, no one had a definitive answer. Lynchburg was celebrating it. The head official was looking at all of the line officials, and they kept shaking their head. Like, I don't know, didn't see it. That's why you celebrate every point, every possible point. Speaking of a point, that was a beautiful drop in from Miller. And now youth up front for Lynchburg. 3 freshmen, Breeden, O'Donnell, and Salafu. Conlon does a good job stepping in the seam to return that. This one goes off the rafters, across the court. This is O'Donnell down the line, out of play. Paige O'Donnell taking a page out of the Carey Nation book, smashing it like Mrs. Nation would do to Saloons in 1901. And now it's the Cougars returning with an error. And Lynchburg has their first lead. Breeden chases it down. Leaper steps up from the 10. This is Connolly. Salafu had to lean into that one. Kept alive. On the ground, and a big point for the Cougars as they side out. Got to give Montran a good tip of the cap for her effort. Montran with the serve. Breeden setting up Salafu. Sent right back where it came from, but Lynchburg able to make a play here, and they'll get the point. That extra effort paying off. Danny Miller looking on. The only coach that's played Lynchburg, or coached against Lynchburg, I should say, in Averett's history. As that gets deflected off some hands of the Hornets up front. Aaron Gray back to serve again, second time in this first set of play. And Mangum puts a charge into it. Breeden and Lavelle with a big block. And the Cougars keep it alive. Lavelle looking for that corner again. Asking for a tip. Not able to see it in real time. We do have a camera looking at the net tonight, so if it was needed, we could show that to the officials perhaps. We keep playing though. Set up in the middle. Now it's Leaper, partially blocked. Miller keeps it on this side, then too strong. We just continue to trade punches here in the quote-unquote first round of this match. Taylor Breeden. Return comes from Montran. And Leaper was not able to get underneath. Shropshire sends it across. Breeden sets up Drake on the run. Well done, keeping that in play. It's Mangum now, and just outside the line. nothing to point to at this juncture regarding an advantage. Exactly what you would think, 12-12. Everything is pretty much as even as it can be. The Cougars do have 3 more attack chances, but that's about it. And Drake with a huge kill. Montran was there. Just not able to keep it up and playable. Drake, second on the team with 44 kills coming into tonight behind Abby Leeper's 56. And Drake and Leeper, Breeden, O'Donnell, everybody getting involved here for Lynchburg. Miller setting up Gray, has to slowly send it across as Lavelle looks for a big kill, huge block up front. Barnes was up there for the Cougars, she's there again, but the ball does not go her way. Received by Gray, and an infraction before that kill attempt. A double is called on Averett. And this is not when you want to start letting the other team start to rack up some points, I should say. Neither team's been able to string together 2 points successfully with the lead. And now Lynchburg has rattled off 4 straight points. And Coach Miller calls a timeout. Nice string of points for Lynchburg. They lead it 16-12. Timeout. We'll be right back.
At Lynchburg, we don't fear change. We embrace it. In our students, on our campus, in our community, and around the world. We're building on our legacy of always moving forward. It's the same place with a new name. Welcome to the University of Lynchburg.
Welcome back inside Turner Gymnasium. It's a 16-12 lead for the Hornets of Lynchburg, and back and forth we went. It was neck and neck, 12-12. Each time one would score, the other would respond. But then Lynchburg finding a way to put together 4 straight points. Some of that helped out, of course, by Averett mistakes, so Coach Miller calls a timeout. We want to chat about it, get things right, and look for a big side out before things get a little too hairy as we get closer to that crucial 25th point of the first set. Out of the timeout. And there is the side out for the Hornets. Barnes involved up front for Averett. Just like any sport, right? You take a timeout, you talk about the situation at hand. You want to be the team that comes out of a timeout and picks up a point, especially if you're the one that used it. So well done by the Cougars to obtain the side out. Now they're looking for 2 points in a row. Up in the rafters, it comes right back down into the hands of Montran for a big slap. It's O'Donnell here for the Hornets. Now Montran stepping into one, blocked by Lavelle, touches it twice, and back-to-backs for the Cougars. Averett leading Lynchburg in kills 11-7, but they do have 6 attack errors compared to Lynchburg's 2. And that one is just out from O'Donnell. Coach Miller's been doing this for a while. He knew that would be a right time to call a timeout. And it served well for the Cougars. 3 consecutive, a chance to tie. Over the net. Nice lucky bounce for the Cougars on the road. Miller setting up Montran. slight touch. Lavelle to the corner. It's played, and it is going to be a side out for Lynchburg. Cannot blame the effort that came from Patterson. It was too close not to just let it drop. You kind of, there's those moments where you want it to be your fault, not just take the chance and see where it lays. She went for the play, and unfortunately did not go her way. And this won't go the way of the Cougars either, coming across the line. And so Lynchburg able to bounce back, take a 3-point lead heading into the most crucial part of the game, of the set. It's Lavelle, received by Patterson, left up here for Mont. And they're calling a double on the Cougars. So right now, a lot of it recently since that 12-12 tie has been the Cougars' errors feeding into Lynchburg's advantage. Lavelle just got that across the line. Excellent receive by Gray. And then too strong from Montran. And so the Hornets the first to 20. And Coach Miller has a second timeout to use. He'll use it here. And we will step away as well. 20-15, the Hornets lead the Cougars on LHSN.
The biggest thing that I've taken from Westover is probably my interactions with faculty. I started working with Dr. Fry.
A lot of people go to the universities to find something to be a part of while getting their education. And when you come here, Lynchburg is that something, it becomes a family. It's what the school's really good at doing.
Little rain is a good thing playing over the speakers tonight, and it's a good thing it is a good thing because we've got a lot of it here in Lynchburg. We usually talk about it being a great day to be a Hornet. Well, today it's a great day to be a Duck, as we have lived up to our nickname of Drenchburg, and it will continue into tomorrow. So very thankful that we are inside and thankful that you are here to take in the action, and also very thankful that there are some fans in here tonight. Recently, the protocols have changed a little bit, so family members of these players have been invited to watch the game this evening, and we'll be sure to showcase them at times. We haven't been able to do many crowd shots here inside Turner Gymnasium, just once for the ODAC Championships last week, a week from today actually. So that'll be a nice plus to the production as Lavelle answers an earlier service error and picks up a service ace. And the Hornets answer out of the timeout taken by the Cougars. Barnes setting up Montran, and then Breeden just missed it in the right spot, but kind of faded away from it. So Montran picks up the kill, and the Cougars obtain a side out. Gray and Barnes step away. Patterson will come back in to serve. Lainey Oots is up front, and she'll pull her hands down and watch that one fly over her head. Serve from Oswalt. Good touch. Leaper leaning into it. Now it's Drake cranking one for another kill in the first set. Fourth kill of this set for Emma Drake. Tied with Paige O'Donnell in that category. That one may have been out as it came across the antenna area for Averett. And starting to slip away here, down by 6. Lynchburg just needs 2 more points. And block comes from the official on the backside waving for antenna. And the Cougars going to get the point anyway. So that was an interesting moment where the head official on the chair, on the ladder did not see the other official claiming the antenna, so they played on. And fortunately for the Cougars, they got the point anyway. Salafu put all she had into it, but just wasn't quite early enough. She started to hit it as she came down. So the ball glanced off the net instead. And don't go away just yet. This Cougars team, as we know, watching this first set, capable of chipping away and bringing it back to a tie game at least. O'Donnell, though, doing her part, the freshman with 4 kills. That one gives us the penultimate point of the first set. Annie Tynes will serve this one. Lays that one up, and it's going to be the Cougars surviving for another. Lynchburg has been good this year at closing out sets. That's why they have the 3-1 record, winning their last 2. Cougars can respond saying, yeah, we are too. We've won 3 straight, all sweeps. On paper, though, they haven't played a team like Lynchburg, who continues to battle here for the set point. It's just outside the line from Leeper. And now a 3-point game. Coach Givens has some timeouts to use if she wants to, but you only need 1, so I don't think it's a dire situation. Breeden setting up Leeper. And that will fall for win 1 of the night for the Hornets. They win the first set 25-21. We will step aside and come right back to the start of set number 2 from Turner Gymnasium on the campus of University of Lynchburg.
The biggest thing that I've taken from Westover is probably my interactions with faculty. I started working with Dr. Fryer. He's always available for help, and he makes sure that I get to do the experiments and not just be there while he does them. I didn't want to limit myself when I came here to just taking the prereqs for med school. I wanted to get a full, well-rounded education, and I definitely found that in the Westover program. It's given me the opportunity to keep playing soccer at a competitive level, but also it's given me the ability to be a student and to pursue other activities such as EMS. I 100% do Westover because it's not something they're going to regret, and it's going to be a lot of work, but so is everything else. It's just going to help build their education that they've already had and make them a better person for it.
At Lynchburg, we don't fear change. We embrace it. In our students, on our campus, in our community, and around the world. We're building on our legacy of always moving forward. It's the same place, with a new name. Welcome to the University of Lynchburg.
Welcome back inside Turner Gymnasium on the campus of University of Lynchburg. Joe Hutzler narrating your journey tonight. The Hornets have a 1-set lead after 1 set of play. in that first set. Team-wise, you have 14 kills for Averett, 12 for the Hornets, 9 attack errors for Averett, who have a hit percentage of 106. Lynchburg with 6 attack errors, a hit percentage of 140. Everything else is pretty much even down the list. So let's talk about individuals. Lauren Montran with 4 kills, 4 points in the first set to lead the way for the Cougars. And Paige O'Donnell, the freshman, with 4 kills, 4 points, along with Emma Drake. Same deal for her, throwing a dig for her as well in the first set of play. Super tight contest, 12-12. Then things got away from Averett a little bit. They gave up 4 straight points. Coach Miller calls a timeout. They bring it back to 2, and then they could not pass the Hornets, if you will. To borrow a saying from my dad, it's one thing to pass them, or excuse me, I even got it wrong. It's one thing to catch them, it's another thing to pass them. So that was kind of the case for Averett once they gave up that 4-point swing. And so they'll be looking to bounce back. Always weird to start a second set, even though this is just our second broadcast, but it's just so weird that they're not switching sides. We're so used to the teams doing that, of course, but because of COVID, they'll stay on their same benches, they'll stay on their same side of the court. They will not do high fives or anything as a sign of sportsmanship at the end of the game. So interesting to see if that affects how things play out throughout the night. We noticed in the first game here, first broadcast against Southern Virginia, it did kind of have an effect, but not necessarily a positive one. It did swing, like first set was good for SVU, third set was good for SVU. So don't know if that'll make a difference for the visiting team here tonight, but they're off to a good start in the second set. First, because of a nice spotted hit, and then secondly, because Lynchburg error. Emma Drake, partially blocked, dug out by Miller. Off the net and down, point Hornets. Setting up Montran, it was blocked out of play. And so Montran and Drake getting involved here, trying to extend their impressive stats from the first set. As Drake steps off, Paige O'Donnell switches sides for the Hornets. Sarah Connolly is in, and Montran goes back to serve. Lainey Oots, as well as Samaya Mangum, are back into play for the Cougars. Set up for O'Donnell, blocked and returned, and that's going to be too many hands touching the ball for the Hornets. Perfect start for the Cougars after giving up the first set. Miller going back, and that one off some hands, out of play. Sarah Shropshire with a sharp shooting kill. This is Paige Princess Salafu, and that just, I think that was out. Yeah, Lynchburg celebrated it, but definitely looked like it was out from here. And that is the call. Breeden just trying to get it there for O'Donnell. Huge block, Salafu and O'Donnell. This is Mangum, and right where they ain't. Starting to get to timeout territory for the Hornets. In desperate need of a side out. Breeden setting up O'Donnell on the run, partially blocked down the line, and that's the point the Hornets needed. Coach Givens showing some patience and showing any signs of formation on her iPad, so she tries to hit it in a good spot on the serve. And blocking that out was Leaper and Salafu. And too strong from Aaron Gray. Lynchburg happy to take that point. And we've got some confusion for Lynchburg on changes. Lavelle is in, and for the first time, we're going to see Josie Walton step on the floor. Sophomore from Pamplin, Virginia, is ready to serve. Mangum receives it. Shropshire has it blocked, and that's in the bench area. I'm sure Coach Miller is a pretty good volleyball player, but he's not allowed to play right now, so don't hit it over there. Tough one to set, but they get the job done. Just too strong, though. Great job by Miller. Tight on that net, able to set it up. Did not bring her foot down across the line, so Mangum still had a play on it, but just too much heat coming off 23's arm. Look at the dump. Excellent decision. Very smart play from Miller. The equivalent to a changeup or a play action in certain sports. And a key side out. And it will remain, no. It was deflected out of play, so a side out for the Hornets. Emma Drake steps back in. Another one played close to the net, but Miller is there. Then Barnes has it blocked back. Mangum gets it across. Tynes will play it. Breeden leaves it. Lavelle gets it over. And now it's the Cougars' turn. Shropshire received by Breeden. This is Drake from the 10. Gray leaves it for Mangum. Blocked by Drake and Lavelle. And too strong. Tough spot for Mangum, which does a great job to keep it alive. Drake has to pull back to get a piece of that one. Here's Mangum straight down the pipe. Tynes is at the end of it to keep it alive. Drake just slightly sends it over. And Mangum too strong again with it deflected. No, it was not. Mangum had her hand up calling for it. Instead, we've got a 1-point game. It was 7-1. Not that long ago, Coach Givens held on, calling that timeout, and her team has battled back on their own. Good work by Barnes up front for the Cougars. And a much needed side out for them to slow down this run from the Hornets. Patterson back to serve. And Lavelle in the sweet spot, the wheelhouse, whatever you want to call it. It was a perfect set from Taylor Breeden. No chance you want to be in front of that. I don't even want to be the floor on the other end of that kill. Yeah, we'll talk about that one for a while. And that is in. Shook the antenna. The official standing next to the antenna did not make that call, so Averett will keep a 2-point lead. Serve comes from Ostwalt. Now this is Montran. O'Donnell for the Hornets. Montran again. Receive comes from Christian. Now it is Lavelle to a spot, and Nally Lavelle having herself a nice sequence here. And she will step off, getting much love from her teammates, deserve love from her teammates. Montran way too strong. Oh, it was deflected. Well, the official on the ladder was ready to give it to Lynchburg, and one of the flag men today said it was deflected. This is where Averett got stuck last set. It's 12-12, and then Lynchburg went on a run. The Hornets have to not take a page out of their book, find a way to get a side out and keep the momentum going. Try to get past the Cougars. They've held the lead since the start of this second set. Christian digs it out. Quick change there for Breeden. A block from Salafu and O'Donnell. Going back on that side, Shropshire hits the antenna. Easy call that time. And now it'll be Emma Drake back to serve this one from the center of formation. Shropshire with a big leap and hit. Hornets return it. Now it's O'Donnell to the backside. Green makes a play. It bounces around a few times up in the rafters. Christian returns that from Montran. Then a left-handed hit from Salafu. That's not her dominant hand, but it still worked. O'Donnell. Light touch. Miller to the middle. Down for Oots. And a good dig out by Leeper. Long volley here. Crucial moment. Lynchburg trying to make it a one-point game. And the Cougars win the point. Excellent work by all involved. Those are the moments where you're like, oh gosh, I wish neither team would give up a point with the effort that they're putting together. Cougars happy to get the side out as Sarah Connolly steps back in for the Hornets. Up in the rafters again. Comes down from Mangum. Return by Leeper. Christian plays it back and then gets the unlucky bounce of the rafters straight back down the floor. Talk about heat coming off the hand of Mangum. Leeper stepped in front of it and Christian made a good play, just not high enough ceilings in this gym. And now the Cougars stringing together some positive moments as they try to bounce back and win the second set, and Coach Givens will call a timeout for Lynchburg. They trail 16-11 in the second set on LHSN.
A lot of people go to the universities to find something to be a part of while getting their education. And when you come here, Lynchburg is that something. It becomes a family. It's what the school's really good at doing.
(16-11) game here in the second set. Lynchburg leading the match 1-0 on LHSN. Happy to have you along for the ride tonight, as we have a bit of a slower schedule than we did the last, I don't know, 2 weeks, where it was just absolute madness. We did 25 broadcasts in 10 days. Pretty incredible what this team's been able to do. And so we're happy to have just a measly 6 this week. So we'll take that any time. We had one Tuesday night, Lynchburg field hockey victorious against WNL in overtime. We're here tonight, and then 4 games on Sunday. Women's soccer at 2, men's soccer at 5, and then Lynchburg softball plays at 2 and 4 down at Moon Field against the captains of CNU. Here it is a 1-0 set lead for Lynchburg. They trail 16-11 out of a timeout. The Cougars continue to ride this wave of momentum into a 6-point lead. This is the largest that they've had in this set. It's the largest for any team in the match so far. It was a 7-1 start in this second set for the Cougars. And that's just a tough receive from Flynn Christian. Came off the knuckles. And it's the second ace of the set for the Cougars. Montran back to serve it, received by Christian, and then it's out from Salafu. That front left tire on this Lynchburg bus is starting to lose some air. Great work by Montran, though. Serving this right where she's got to. She's testing Christian and Connolly. And it's working in their favor. 2 out of the last 3 serves have been aces for Cougars and Montran. Return that time from Connolly. Corey May just stepped in, got a piece of it, and hoping that she is the extra juice that Lynchburg needs to provide what would be a very large comeback. Although that's short-lived, May now steps out as Annie Tynes comes in. Mangum kept it in play, gets it back from Gray. Down the line as Connolly goes right across the net. Connolly and Mangum playing a one-on-one match right now. Leaper picks up the kill. Miller kept it alive, and then in the coffin corner spot for Shropshire. Side out for the Cougars. They are firmly in control late in the second set. Gray touches the net with the ball, but it gets across. Salafu set up by Breeden. And the 2 freshmen embrace with authority. And now Lavelle checks back in. Josie Walton will step in as well. There goes Princess Salafu, providing some energy on the floor and now on the bench as the Cougars continue to let the Hornets have their moments, but work towards that 25th point. Shropshire does a great job using her elbows to keep that one alive, and then Mangum returns the effort by giving the Cougars a side out. Flynn Christian back in for Lynchburg. Morgan Barnes checks in again for the Cougars. She comes up for a block on Lavelle. Got that one across. Here's Breeden, the setter, making a big play near the nets. And then it's the Cougars, though, getting the last growl. Leaper down the line. Touchdown of play. Ace for Taylor Breeden. The lone setter on the team, freshman out of Purcellville, Virginia. Had an excellent showing against Southern Virginia last time they were in this building. Key role in her first year with the program. As she looks to set up Leaper on the outside. Block right back where it came from. Breeden to Lavelle. Shropshire keeps it alive. Set point here for the Cougars. Have to wait a little bit longer. Leaper. Return by Patterson. Miller setting up Barnes, and it's Breeden digging that out. Drake drives into one. Shropshire steps in from the back line, and the Hornets stay alive. Paige O'Donnell will come in to assist with things up front. And there it is. Nice answer from the Cougars as they win the second set. Had a great advantage early and rode it to a 25-17 win to tie us up at 1 set apiece. Coming back with the rubber set, if you will, the third set coming up next on LHSN.
My name is Brittany Coleman. I graduated in 2014, and I have a major in chemistry and a minor in secondary education. And I'm currently teaching chemistry and 7th grade science at a local combined school. Being able to have access to your professors pretty much anytime they're in their office is really helpful, especially in difficult science subjects. I love that I am able to teach a difficult subject to students who typically aren't going to perceive it as enjoyable. I'm able to present it in an interesting way because I was presented this information in an interesting way. It's nice for me to be able to mirror what it was that influenced me to be able to teach.
My name is Marlene Castaños. I graduated in 2009. I was a communication major. I am a digital producer now for the Martin Agency. So we have brought up amazing clients from Geico to Land O'Lakes to Oreo. So we get to create amazing content, all those funny Geico commercials that you see. And as a digital producer, I get to create amazing content for digital. I was very highly involved here. I was president of my class while I was here. I was president of the Hispanic Society. I joined a sorority when I was here. I had like 2 jobs. So having a sense of managing my time, it kind of pushed me to be better at my job right now. Just knowing that you had someone on your corner was really important, and they really took the time to really invest in their students. I felt like I had a cheerleading squad behind me at every single point. They were the ones that encouraged me to look for those opportunities, to push myself to be better. So it's definitely truly an amazing place. I brag about this place all the time. So if anyone gets lucky enough to be part of this community, it's life-changing.
Crucial third set about to get underway here in Turner Gymnasium. We're tied at 1 set apiece. The Hornets winning the first set 25-21. Averett just winning the second set 25-17 after using a really good start to propel them to the win. And it's the Hornets getting the first point this time around. Averett led by 6 twice in that second set. And eventually, of course, turning it into an 8-point win. But they led 7-1 early, and that really put Lynchburg in a large hole. They were able to come back and make it a 2-point game, but in the end, just too much for the Cougars, And they tied it up. So now, this is big. Of course, you got to win 3 sets to win the whole match, but if it's tied at 1 and you have the advantage, I mean, you win now, you just have to win 1 more set. Whether it's the 4th or the 5th, you have to win 1, the other team has to win 2. So obviously, the advantage is to you. As Lynchburg opens up with 3 straight points. Shropshire's attempt is returned by Tynes. Here is Salafu. Shropshire again, and this time the Cougars respond and take the goose egg off the board. Lynchburg led in kills by Abby Leeper with 6. Lauren Montrin, who is back to serve for the Cougars, leads them with 8. Mackenzie Miller with 24 assists. Taylor Breeden with 22. Those are your setter points. Miller also has 3 kills. She just pretty much does it all. None better than that dump, though. That was fantastic. Error from Montrin. And a 2-point game. Flynn Christian heads back to serve. And that was out, just barely, just tickling the line. And so Christian goes back. She's the team leader in service aces with 7. Too strong again. Averett hurting themselves in these last 2 sequences. Quick change across. Tynes was ready for it. This is Lavelle down the middle, kept alive by Montrin. Up front and across, it's Connolly receiving over to Leeper. And a point to the Hornets. Averett's there, got a touch of it, blocking attempt, but Abby Leeper adds to her total, now with 7 kills. And it's the Hornets in the 3rd set who are off to a torrid start. Aaron Gray just at the last moment made a step out of the way. And for Flynn Christian, that's her first service error of the night, 3rd of the season. Side out for the Cougars. Here we go again. Leeper, returned by Gray. Miller sets up Mangum. Leeper, inside. And that one is out off the hands of the Cougars. Barnes has it blocked down on the floor. Lavelle and Drake involved in that. Each team now with 3 blocks, and it's Coach Miller, just as he did in the first set, calling a timeout to talk things over here. We're going to step aside. The Hornets well in control, 10-3 on LHSN. All right, quick shot of caffeine ready to go here in the third set. The Hornets, well, they don't need any caffeine. They are doing all the work here in the third set. They're feeling all the energy, bringing it to, helped out by some fans that are here tonight. First time we've had fans at a volleyball match. Second time we've had fans in attendance at all inside this building this season. So happy to have them along. Glad they can see their Hornets play in person. A 10-3 lead for Lynchburg in the third set, trying to make it 2-1 and force the Cougars to win the fourth to stay alive in this match. And that'll help out of a timeout, one that Averett took. Lynchburg gets the point. Emma Drake with the kill. That is kill number 5 for her. The Cougars have won the last 3 consecutive matches in this series. And now we're going to have a discussion. Mackenzie Miller talking to the head official about that call. This is where I wish Erin Farina was with me on the call tonight. She could help me understand what's going on as Coach Miller is making his case. We'll check it out one more time on the replay. Watch Miller. I think she's the one in question. So she definitely had her hands back and then pushed it. They rolled off her palms into the fingers and pushed it across. I'm sorry, I don't know if that was the right call or not based on the replay, but those of you at home certainly do. You wouldn't be watching this, so I will learn. In fact, if you want to teach me, you can send me a direct message on Twitter @JoeHutzler. I'm happy to learn as we go along. I know a lot more than I used to, but still don't know everything in this great sport. Mangum has it dug out by Christian. No, they touched the ground. I thought for sure, but that also explains why Christian wasn't super hyped about that effort. Lavelle rocks one across. This is Mangum. Speaking of rocking one. Whew. That is some power. Can't help but be impressed. I guess you can, but then, I mean, what's your deal? Tight battle along the net. Here is a big kill from Montran as the Cougars chip away at this lead. Momentum swinging their way, still down by 6. Breeden sets up Leaper. Nice return there by Gray. Shropshire, and it is out of play, deflected by Lynchburg. So this is where Lynchburg could not complete a comeback in the second set. They got down by 6 early, came back twice to make it a 2-point game, but never could take over the lead. Averett in a deeper hole, but feeling like they can certainly make it happen this time for them. That's the biggest problem. You're down by, well, now you're down by 6. You can't afford to give up and give a side out. So you're going to take one, but you got to string together like 3 or 4, and it's so hard, especially if you watch this game tonight. Both these teams are so evenly matched. It's hard to find a consistent weakness. Mangum takes some speed off of it, and it's in. So Maya Mangum, she's going to step off, but man, she's been putting in a lot of great work. Go back and look at that Lynchburg point. And an ace for Patterson, and the Cougars only 4 back now, and Coach Givens will use a timeout. I think that's the right decision at this juncture. Still has the lead, but the Cougars are coming. Third set, 13-9. Lynchburg on top on LHSN.
At Lynchburg, we don't fear change. We embrace it. In our students, on our campus, in our community, and around the world. We're building on our legacy of always moving forward. It's the same place with a new name. Welcome to the University of Lynchburg.
Welcome back inside Turner Gymnasium. Joe Hutzler narrating your journey tonight. Happy to have you along for the ride, and it has been a fun one. 13-9 right now in the third set, a match that is tied at 1 apiece. And if we take a look at this third set, currently Averett with more kills, 14-12. They do have 9 errors though. I beg your pardon, I'm looking back at the first set, I'm so sorry. 6 kills to Lynchburg's 8 at this juncture. Each team doing well with errors, 3 for Averett, 1 for Lynchburg. The Hornets, though, their hitting percentage is 36.8, and the Cougars is 15.8. So the stats right now certainly favoring Lynchburg, and the lead is too, but recent momentum is all on the Cougars' side. So the Hornets need a point, and they get it out of that timeout. Close to that net, and just like that, the Cougars will take it back. That's a key point for them. They can give up a side out, but they got to get it right back and string together a couple more points. They've gone on a couple of 3-point runs here in this comeback attempt. They were down 12-3 as O'Donnell steps in and earns the kill. You see the young group up front for the Hornets of Breeden, O'Donnell, and Salafu as the junior Emma Drake goes back to serve. Block from Salafu and O'Donnell. Cougars continue to play on. Here's O'Donnell, tip to the cross, and waiting for the call, it'll be Lynchburg keeping the ball. Just out. Super tight. Some murmurings coming from behind me from the fans debating that call. But no one had a better position than the gentleman standing there, so we'll take his word for it. Salafu had it deflected, and Patterson cannot keep it in play. Annie Tynes, parents in attendance, back to serve. And a nice job by Salafu up front for the Hornets. They certainly gave up the middle of this set. Trying to win the end of it. Coach Miller using his final timeout as the Hornets lead the Cougars 18-11. Trying to take a 2-1 series set lead, looking for their first win in the series in 4 tries.
A lot of people go to the universities to find something to be a part of while getting their education. And when you come here, Lynchburg is that something, it becomes a family. It's what the school's really good at doing.
Welcome back inside Turner Gymnasium, where it's nice and dry for us. And there's a look at the families in attendance this evening. Nice to see people in the gym other than our workers. Not that I don't like looking at our workers, but some fresh faces, bringing some energy from outside that has not been supplied to this gym all season long. And most importantly, everyone following protocol by wearing their mask while they are here, making sure that we can keep this a safe environment for the athletes and the workers. 18 serving 11. It's Tynes, returned by Montran. And deflected up front. Breeden across to Leeper, into the net, kept alive. Breeden sets up Salafu and finds the open space in the back, in the center. Princess Salafu living up to our player to watch segment in the beginning of this one. Stepping into that was Montran. Returned by the Hornets, and then Leeper gets all net on that attempt. Montran goes back to serve. She has done excellent in that spot tonight. A couple aces for her. Lynchburg able to receive it well. Shropshire steps into that. Connolly digs it out. Leeper from the 10, returned by Gray. Miller setting up Mangum, and that is another kill for Zamaya Mangum. 10 for her, the first to get to double digits in that category this evening. And she leads all players as once again Montran adds an ace to her list. That is 4 service aces for Lauren Montran tonight. She just knows how to find the weaknesses in the receive for Lynchburg. Salafu too strong there, and 3 consecutive points for the Cougars. They're back within 4. Leeper blocked back in. Salafu used that left hand, that ambidextrousness to keep it alive. But in the end, too much Mangum at the net. This is where Lynchburg could not complete the comeback in the second set. They made it tight near the 20th point. Averett looking to do it different. High up in the rafters, comes back down. Montran gets it over. Played by Christian, set up here for Salafu. Miller sets up Shropshire, blocked out a play. 2-point match, or 2-point set. Conley steps into it. Breeden sets up Leeper. Changes it up with his speed that time. Good work by Breeden. Montran, Miller, oops across. Tynes sets up Leaper to the backside. Montran with the stale hit back, and then a big kill again. Zamaya Mangum, 50 kills coming into tonight, tied her for third on the team. She has 11 right now, and Coach Givens and the Hornets want to chat about things as we have a 1-point set, the third one at that. The Cougars trying to complete the comeback on LHSN. (19-18). The Hornets in the slim lead inside this third set. Neither team has a timeout remaining, as they will make sure this is the final chat they need to make about adjustments. Zamaya Mangum with 12 kills leads all players tonight. Abby Leaper leads all Hornets with 9 to her credit. Also, Leaper leading the team with 9 points. Natalie Lavelle second with 8. And it's Mangum and Montran, those two leading the show for the Cougars. 13 points for Montran thanks to 4 service aces. And 12 points for Mangum with those 12 kills and 5 digs. Montran also leads the team with 15 digs. I mean, she is having an incredible evening, to say the least. Came in with the most kills on the team. She serves that one across. Blocked. Leaper has that blocked. It scoots down the line. We had to keep our hands up, keep that ball away from this expensive equipment. And a much needed side out for the Hornets after that timeout. Christian gets it over, setting up Shropshire, and a big kill response for the Cougars. This is what we had to start the first set, start the match. Back and forth, neither team taking more than a 1-point lead. This is a huge set, to say the least. Gray, Shropshire, Tynes, Breeden, Lavelle. Mangum off the shoulder of Connolly. It's still in play thanks to the rafters this time. They help out the home team. Miller for Barnes, and eventually the Cougars still get it done. Tied at 20. Lynchburg looking for a much-needed side out, and they'll get it. No, they will not. It was deflected out of play. And the Cougars have their first lead of the set. Neither team can talk about things. Breeden forced to play attack on that. And that is out indeed, not off Lynchburg. We may have some extra volleyball here in the third set if we play our cards right. Emma Drake returns for the Hornets as Breeden serves it. It's received by Mangum. Miller sets up Shropshire. Deflected. Christian keeps it up. Here's Leaper to the backside. Montran was there. This is Barnes, and it's in off the hands of the Hornets up front. This is Drake. Montrin from way out, and the ball is out. Really tough position to try and perform a kill from the back line in the middle. Coach Givens looks on as Abby Leeper serves it over. This is Barnes. And again, we go back and forth, trading blows late in the third set, tied at 1 apiece in the match. Drake blocked and in for the Cougars. 1 point away from winning this set. One that they trailed 12-3 at one point. This point makes it 2-1. If they can do it. Montrin blocked out a play, and the Cougars complete the comeback in set number 3. They win it 25-22. So when we come back, it'll be the Hornets trying to respond here at home and force a 5th and decisive set. We'll see if they can do it on LHSN.
My name is Brittany Coleman. I graduated in 2014 and I have a major in chemistry and a minor in secondary education, and I'm currently teaching chemistry and 7th grade science at a local combined school. Being able to have access to your professors pretty much anytime they're in their office is really helpful, especially in difficult science subjects. I love that I am able to teach a difficult subject to students who typically aren't going to perceive it as enjoyable. I'm able to present it in an interesting way because I was presented this information in an interesting way. It's nice for me to be able to mirror what it was that influenced me to be able to teach.
I just figured everybody won't listen to Goo Goo Dolls instead of me, so just turn up the volume there. We are getting ready for a 4th set of action. It has been a fantastic display of volleyball here tonight. Lynchburg winning the first set 25-21, and Averett winning the second set 25-17, but most impressively coming back from a 12-3 deficit in the third to win it 25-22. So the Cougars leading tonight 2-1 heading into this 4th set. In 2019, it was a 3-1 victory for Averett. They have won the last 3 contests in this series, a series in which they lead it 8-4 since 2003. So Coach Miller has never lost to he has lost, but he has only lost once here at Lynchburg. I had to get my thoughts together there. 2-1 here at Lynchburg, 5-0 at home in Danville. The only places that Lynchburg has the advantage are at neutral sites. They've won 3 of 4 at neutral sites, so tournaments and things of that nature. The Hornets are coming off a 2-game winning streak. I believe a 3-game winning streak, I beg your pardon. They lost the first match of the year at Marymount. They've won the last 3. Averett's 5-2. They've won their last 3 in sweeping fashion, so they're not going to get that done tonight. And if Lynchburg has anything to say about it, they're going to give up another set. I think I may have had too much caffeine. My brain's like, oh, I can't focus. Montran, who's had a monster game, starts that one off for the Cougars. Shropshire with a nice dig. Here's Montran again, partially blocked. Breeden lays it back here for Drake. Return by Patterson. And some miscommunication leads to a second point for the Hornets to start the 4th. Natalie Lavelle, a service error and ace tonight. And another error. Helping out the Cougars. We've got Big Mo on their side. But he's a pretty fluid fella. He's very much a fair weather guy. So Lynchburg will need to have a strong start if they want him to come back to their side of the gym. Montran puts a charge into that, and there's just too much mustard coming off the block from Drake and Salafu. They're in a good spot, but in the end, Montran adds to her point total, which was 14.5 to start the 4th. Salafu backside, Patterson forced to play. Montran here again. Christian returns it. Stepping up is O'Donnell. Into this one, Montran again, dug out by Leaper. Drake set up by Breeden, all net, and we're tied at 2. Beg your pardon, the Cougars have a 3-2 lead. And that one's in for the Hornets. Good response. And what a nice, entertaining game it would be if this 4th set could go a little bit like the first set. Back and forth, back and forth. Oots down the line, deflected, out of play. Actually, no, I think it might have been in play based on the official not saying it was deflected, so. Laney Oots gets the kill. Each team makes some adjustments to their lineup. That's Montran back to serve. 4 aces tonight. Salafu, return by Montran. Miller. Here's O'Donnell. Partially blocked and on the floor. Point number 4 for Lynchburg in the 4th set. I had to do it. So many 4s, I had to do it. I know you're at home saying you didn't have to. I did. I had to. That's a tough spot. No way Shropshire could get to it. And the Hornets take care of it. Leaper pushing it back across. But a couple of those tonight. Miller and Shropshire have had to really play on the edge. Leaper keeps it alive off her own shot. And they call 4 touches against Lynchburg. And Abby Leaper wants to have a discussion with the official about that. Because, I mean, she hit it and then it came back to her and she kept it up. And I don't know if there were 4 touches there, but not for me to decide. The official has the final decision. It's been made, and we're tied at 5. Aaron Gray will serve this one away. And Leeper has her kill attempt returned by Gray, and that one came on the outside of the antenna from Mangum. That's how you respond if you don't like the call that was given to you. Well, go out there and earn the next point. Good work by the Hornets, keeping that hot shot alive, and then it's blocked just across the line off the hands of the Cougars. Christian, returned by Mangum. And a huge block from Natalie Lavelle. Check it out again, Lavelle up front. Stuffed! And then an error by Christian will give Averett an easy side out. Lavelle puts it in. Natalie Lavelle having a very good outing here this evening. She tries to help her team to a 2-0 start inside this gym. Here's another look at the placement of it. It was fast, but it was there. And that's in there too. I think our production crew is getting a little overly confident, maybe. I like it though. They're trying to get these replays in as they happen. Off the net. Leeper gets it across. This is Montran. Breeden sets up Drake. Return by Shropshire. Miller for Barnes. Blocked by Lavelle. Miller again. Montran again. In there for the kill. Number 12 for her tonight. Over 16 points. For Lauren Montran. If she played for Lynchburg, I would choose her as the post-game image on social media. But she doesn't, so it won't be her. As that one goes Lynchburg's way. If you are curious to look at it, you can do so on Instagram at Lynchburg Sports. Mark Robertson would choose someone, maybe the same person for his on lynchburgsports.com. Will it be a victorious post or a disappointment? The Cougars doing their part to make it a 4-set game, 4-set match, not a 5. Love those running starts, man. I mean, just you get all extra purchase on those kill attempts. Meanwhile, Emma Drake decides to change it up a little bit, take some speed off of it, and drop it in there for point 11. Lavelle back to serve. And drops it in there for the ace. A bit of balanced effort on what you want and what you don't want. 2 errors and 2 aces on serves tonight for Lavelle. This one's going to be close to the net for Miller, but she makes the play. It's so tight, and it's out. Another good serve from Lavelle. Oots to the backside and too tough for Breeden. Seventh kill of the night for Laney Oots. Couple block assists as well for number 4 in blue. There's O'Donnell. Had a really nice first set, been quiet ever since. And once again, the Cougars picking on Breeden. This time it's Montran earning the kill and the point to make it a 2-point contest in the fourth set. I promise I know where we're at. Salafu, returned by Patterson. Miller to the corner, great effort from Christian, but Salafu can't get there in time. Four-point run for the Cougars. Breeden sets up O'Donnell. Drops the hammer, returned though by Gray. O'Donnell again, deflected out of play. Emma Drake, received by Montran. Now it's Oots. Leaper keeps it up high, and she'll get it across. Shropshire receives. Miller for Montran, blocked back, and in for a blocking point for Lynchburg. Been a good bit of blocks tonight. Really good net play by both teams. Each with 4.5 blocks. There's one to help out the calls. Won't lead to a point, not yet. And that one just got back on this side for the Hornets. And the Cougars with the side out. Montran back to serve this. Here's Montran again. Plays it up from Mangum. Partially blocked. Here's O'Donnell. That's deflected as well. Miller plays it backside. Shropshire. Returned by Christian. Quick dump attempt from Breeden. Cougars are ready for it. Long volley. Both have gone to the Cougars tonight. Now make it 3. Left up here for O'Donnell. Lynchburg's got to get back defensively in position. Oots finds the open space and makes the Hornets pay for it. Tying it up at 15. And a timeout taken by Coach Givens and the Hornets. Fourth set. Lynchburg needs to win this to force a 5th. What can they do? I don't know. How about you? We'll find out in a moment.
A lot of people go to the universities to find something to be a part of while getting their education. And when you come here, Lynchburg is that something. It becomes a family. It's what the school's really good at doing.
And we're back just like that inside Turner Gymnasium. A really good match here tonight. It's 2-1 Averett at the moment. We're tied at 15 in the 4th set. And what's really good news is that we are going to see this matchup for many years to come as the Cougars get ready to become a member of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference in the 2022-2023 season, replacing Emory and Henry, who is leaving to become a member of the Division II NCAA institutions. The Cougars trying to win their 4th straight against Lynchburg overall. Hornets last won in October of 2014. Some of you watching were probably a part of that match. Now's the time to channel that good energy through the computer screen or your smart TV as the Hornets look to force a 5th set. And that'll help their cause out of a timeout. Paige O'Donnell had a really good first set. She now has 10 kills, second Hornet player with 10 or more. As Tynes' serve just got across the net. And then this is coming my way. No damage done. Thank goodness. And there's a nice dig out by Connolly, and she does what she can to keep that one up. And a rare error for Mantra in her first of the evening. Four assists and an error serving tonight. And a nice response though from Shropshire. Nine kills for Shropshire. I beg your pardon, I think that was Barnes based on the stats. In the end, though, it's an error for the Cougars. I'm just trying to regroup after some of my stuff went flying here. Apologies. Nice regroup for the Cougars as we go back and forth, punch and punch, received and given late in the fourth set. It'll be Patterson serving, Christian receiving. This is Leaper, partially blocked and down on the Cougar side of the floor for yet another counter. Lynchburg has one timeout left. The Cougars have both to use. And Leaper gives one away, putting the Cougars that much closer to a third set win. Whistle for a double, and Coach Givens agrees with the call, and she's going to have to call a timeout. 21-19, the Cougars have the advantage late in the fourth, trying to put it away here inside Turner Gymnasium. Back in a few on LHSN.
At Lynchburg, we don't fear change. We embrace it. In our students, on our campus, in our community, and around the world. We're building on our legacy of always moving forward. It's the same place with a new name. Welcome to the University of Lynchburg.
The Cougars out front 21-19 over the Hornets as they try to complete their 4th straight victory in this series against Lynchburg, who's looking for their 4th straight win of the season after dropping their first match 3-2 to the Saints of Marymount. Cougars also looking for their 4th straight victory. 3 sweeps of Greensboro and Mary Baldwin. It's Lavelle off the face and out of play. Lavelle has just been all over the highlights tonight. Excellent kills, an ace or 2, and none bigger than that one for the senior, who now has 8 kills this evening. Goes back to serve and drops it in for ace number 3, and we're tied at 21. Say it with your chest. Timeout taken by Coach Miller and the Cougars. We're tied at 21 in the 4th. Where are you going? No time for snacks.
A lot of people go to the universities to find something to be a part of while getting their education. And when you come here, Lynchburg is that something, it becomes a family. It's what this school's really good at doing.
Man, the DJ is killing it tonight. Some Third Eye Blind up in here, as we've got a 21-all match in the 4th set. Lynchburg trailing 2-1. Fans in attendance for the first time this year. 4 cameras make it 5 with a net cam, and we got it all working for us tonight. And we are so happy that you are tuned in to enjoy this fantastic match of volleyball. O'Donnell, played by Gray. Miller sets up Montran, gets it on the inside of the antenna. Breeden setting up Drake, and that one is kept alive by Shropshire. Miller, Montran, Drake, here's O'Donnell. Too strong, just across the line. And the Cougars get a huge, huge momentum point out of a timeout. They still have 1 left, but they're hoping not to use it. They need just 3 points to get out of here with a 3-1 victory. Drake changes it up, just a slight touch. Now it's Shropshire on the outside. She does the same. Lynchburg came across anyway. And the Cougars just 2 points away from ending it. Breeden sets up Salafu, and that is out. So close, but just living on the edge. And now it's the Cougars with match point. Shropshire will serve. I beg your pardon, that's Miller. This is Drake. Shropshire will return. Miller setting up. Oost in the middle. And the Cougars get it done. They win their 4th consecutive match against the Hornets, their 4th consecutive match of the season. This one a final 3-1, just as it was in 2019. Your final set score on your screen, 25-21. And that will wrap it up for us as well. We hope that you have enjoyed it as much as we did. It certainly was fun for me. I know it had to be fun for you. It is an excellent night of work for our broadcast crew as well. Thanks to them for all that they do as we leave you some highlights of this one. Until next time, I'm Joe Hutzler saying so long from Lynchburg, Virginia. The Cougars are victorious 25-21 in the 4th set. They win it 3-1. We'll speak to you next time.